Hello friends, my name is Masu. Today we shall discuss about topic the sprint goal definition. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management, Scrum framework and software development and you want to learn about it. So let's start friend. Sprint goal definition, these are three terms basically. First of all, what is sprint? Sprint is a basically a very important concept in Scrum framework, in which basically we divide the work into multiple chunks. That is called as sprint. A sprint is a 3 to 4 weeks time period in which we plan, develop, test and deploy the things. For example, basically it's a concept of Scrum framework. Scrum says that we divide the work, and with the iterative and the incremental approach and adaptability we deliver the things to the customer. So basically what we do in the sprint, we for example, if there are 40 tasks in an e-commerce solution, let's suppose, so what we do, we make 4 sprints and each sprint contains 10 tasks, and we basically do the planning, development, testing and deployment for each sprint, and then in that way we deliver the task, we deliver the project to the customer. Now sprint goal, actually sprint goal means that what you will achieve, what you want to achieve from a sprint. For example, the team, Scrum development team, is putting effort for 3 to 4 weeks. Now actually what they want, that when the sprint ends, what actually they want to achieve from the end of a sprint, that is called a sprint goal definition. Means that you will define the objective of the sprint actually. Now the first thing is the definition. Friend, the sprint goal is simply a short and clear expression of the business or the product objective that the Scrum team is committed to achieve during a sprint. Basically, the main purpose of definition is that the main development team will focus on what they will achieve at the end of the sprint. It provides a unifying focus for the team, aligning their efforts towards a common purpose as well. So first thing in this thing is the definition of the sprint, that what actually you want to achieve from the sprint. Then purpose. Purpose means, friend, basically the sprint goal serve as a guide spot for the team throughout the sprint. It helps the team makes decisions about what work to prioritize and how to adapt to changing circumstances. Also, the team align with the overall vision and objectives of the product or project. It ensures that the work undertaken in their sprint contributes meaningfully to the larger goals as well. Many times it happens that, friend, basically we divide the work into smaller chunks, and we will try to achieve the smaller goals. When you will be able to achieve the smaller goals, then you can achieve the larger objectives and larger goals as well. Then collaborative creation means the sprint goal is basically defined by the product owner and the Scrum development team during the sprint planning meeting. Whenever we are going to start a sprint, before that sprint we conduct the sprint planning meeting, in which in that meeting the Scrum development team, product owner and the Scrum master will participate, and they will decide what are the tasks which they will be going to work on the sprint. It involved discussions about the highest priority features, user stories, or improvements that need to be addressed during the sprint. In the sprint planning meeting, basically we take the items from the product backlog, and that items become the sprint backlog, and user stories are the feature sets and the requirements they want to achieve in the implementation of the sprint actually. So basically a sprint goal is the with the discussion of between the product owner and the development team, they will decide the about the sprint goal. Okay, again the same thing, that what they want to achieve from the implementation of the sprint. Then flexibility. Friend, here remember that it doesn't dictate exactly how the team should implement or achieve it. Basically it creates a room for creativity and adaptability. Here It allows the team to adjust their approach as they learn more during the sprint. So with the passage of time, when the sprint is going on and things are moving on, there is a flexibility about the team as well, that how they will achieve the sprint goal. Okay, so according to the needs, according to the situation and scenario, team can adjust, team with a flexible approach, team can adjust to achieve the sprint goal as well. Then adaptation. Friend, sprint goal can be adjusted or changed only during the sprint if there is a significant change in the external environment, or if the team discovers new information as well. Here, friend, the Scrum Master and Product Owner collaborate with the team to ensure that any changes align with the overall product vision as well. Here again, friend, the adaptability is very important. With the with, if there is any market change, if there is any scenario changing, if the requirement are changing, so adaptability as well there. And a sprint goal can be changed as well if there is any changes are there in the external environment. So if there are any changes, sprint goals can be adjusted and team can adopt the things as well. Communication means the sprint goal is communicated to the entire team, stakeholders, customers, and anyone else interested in the project, who has the stake in the project. Friend, this transparency helps in building a shared understanding of the sprint purpose as well, and we know that transparency is a very big pillar in the Scrum framework. Okay, so again, sprint goal, normally we can use any Excel sheets, emails as well, so that we can clearly communicate the sprint goal to all stakeholders. Obviously, the most important is the Scrum development team, who is working for the sprint, and they know that they want what they will want to achieve. However, the other stakeholders as well, like for example the Scrum Master and the customer, is also very important, who will be knowing that okay, once that sprint ends, okay, we will achieve that things as well. Then next is the evaluation, and that once the sprint ends, the success of achieving that sprint goal is evaluated. That means the team will discuss that what they have achieved, what they have accomplished, what they said to do. This evaluation is valuable for continuous improvement and learning as well. Here remember that this evaluation is also done by the Scrum team and the product owner as well. Here the role of product owner is also very important, because he is the owner of the product, he has the visibility about the product, so his evaluation is also very important. An example, here friend, if the overall goal is to improve the user registration process, the sprint goal for a specific sprint could be streamline the user registration by implementing a two-step verification, or 2FA. For example, this is the overall goal of the sprint, that you want that once the sprint end, you can implement the two-step verification for the sprint. Okay, so friend, in summary, the sprint goal is a dynamic and adaptive tool that provides focus and purpose for the Scrum team during a sprint. It aligns their efforts with the larger objectives of the product or project and allows for flexibility and continuous improvement.